All right. So my name is Caroline Wieche, and here are some things that I think you should know about me. I'm 20 years old. I am a junior in college at the University of New Hampshire. I am an English major. My favorite book is The Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver, and Times New Roman 12 point just happens to be my favorite font, so being an English major really worked out for me. I'm very creative. I am an overthinker. I talk a lot and fast, but I'm also very observant. I try my best to make sure that the people around me feel heard. I might care a little too much about what people think of me, and I tend to feel strongly about lots of things. I also don't really like cold weather, but I do love when it rains, no matter the temperature. And it's a little shocking to me that I'm standing here right now. And by here, I mean in Boston, in front of all of you, getting ready to wrap up my first of 2 semesters away from my home institution. And it honestly feels sometimes like it was a different version of me that filled out the applications, attended the pre-departure meetings, and did all the heavy lifting, and then this version of me just showed up on Gardner Street in September and let come what did. Now, I have always considered myself good at being adaptable, but that doesn't mean that change doesn't freak me out a little bit. A good example is, I remember when I was small, I had a full-blown little kid meltdown over the fact that the Cartoon Network website had changed their web design and I did not know where any of my favorite games were anymore. It's pretty traumatic. I've been thinking about that a lot because when we were asked to write this speech, I've been obviously reflecting on my time here in Boston, and I realized that that story is kind of similar to the way that it felt to arrive here in the first place. I remember watching my parents pull out of Gardner Street, leaving me behind, and I kind of felt like little Caroline did when Cartoon Network changed their website, like scared, confused, and it kind of felt like she was with me telling me like, this is a big deal, this is very different, this is going to be very scary. And so I wish that I could tell you that that was a time where I felt more excited than nervous, but that would be a lot. Anyway, I can say now that my nerves did not last for long and were not really given the opportunity to, as city life goes. It was very busy. On to the next. I went from making arts and crafts with people who I had met like 3 hours prior as an icebreaker, to experiencing a professional work environment, to producing work for an organization that makes real differences in the world, all the way to here and now. And I know I skipped through a lot just then, but that's because A, I could spend hours talking about my time here with SITC, and I'm only allotted so much time. And B, my overarching point is that I have changed and grown a lot in my time here and got over my initial fears. It is absolutely wild to me that I've lived here in Boston for 3 months and that I made that happen for myself. So I'd like to give out a few thank yous here. One to my freshman admissions counselor, actually, who was the one to tell me about SITC 3 years ago, all that jazz, middle of the pandemic. So thank you to her for telling me about this wonderful program. One to all of you, all of the amazing people that I've gotten the chance to meet in my time here. And one to past Caroline, who is responsible for the me that is standing here now. I also have a few things to tell her about myself, aka future her and present us, you get the point, that could not have been possible without her. I am more independent now. I am supported by so many people. I am even better at writing than I used to be. I am still an overthinker, but I'm working on it. I found the beauty in my ability to be extraordinarily passionate about even the littlest things. I know how the tea works. I am super happy in Boston for lots of reasons, but it rains here a lot, which definitely helps. And I am so, so proud of us. Thank you.